You see all this. We're going to go over this later. You see all this, though. Oh, this is big. This is what has me salivating at night. So, honestly, truly, because you kind of saw it with GameStop. You could be a millionaire. This could be like Monster. Monster outperformed Amazon in the last 25 years. All right? The beverage company, Monster.
We are going to have a number of athletes endorsing that, and then we're not going to take a product to market unless it's something that's really good. And so that's where it was just the stars were aligned. I mean, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in destiny. This is not about the money. This is about, number one, helping and healing a lot of people. And then secondarily, if we can create a profitable opportunity for people that are involved, for the co-owners and the shareholders, and be able to do an affiliate program so people can promote a product they believe in that's actually going to help their family and their friends.
What's up, everybody? It's Sunday, March 21st, 2021, and I have a huge update on LTNC, where we use Gematria to assist our DD, and DD is due diligence research on a stock. So I'm not going to have too big of an intro today. If you still don't really understand what Gematria is, it's a spiritual alphanumerical system, goes back thousands of years from the Kabbalah. I have other videos that talk about it, so definitely go watch those other videos after we're done talking about LTNC. But yeah, I have a previous video on LTNC, so after this video, go watch that one. I was a part of the GameStop short squeeze. I was in that stock late October, so a couple months before it happened. And funny enough, when it comes to Gematria, I equal, in 3 out of the 4 main base ciphers, GameStop and my last name Turner match in 3 of the 4. So it was pretty cool. And after I figured that out, I did a video on it, and I just broke down all the different players within the stock. And I realized, wait, if I knew this beforehand, I could make even more money. Again, Gematria controls our world. It controls our matrix. And if you learn this code, you can use it to your advantage. And so definitely go watch my GameStop video if you haven't watched it. I do sports documentaries as well, other types of documentaries with Gematria. So there's plenty of information out there for you to learn. I'm trying to get everyone to fish for themselves, because if everyone's a good fisherman with Gematria, that just makes us that more powerful. So today in this video, we're going to go over the updates for LTNC. Some major updates happened over this last week. We're going to talk about the second interview that Stan the Trading Man and Joe Pavlik, the CEO of Takeover Industries, had on Friday. That was a huge interview. Lots of stuff. So we're going to go through a couple of timestamps I have marked for that. And then we're going to get into the Gematria. My first video, I wasn't necessarily happy with how I didn't have all the numerical connections concise and easy to read. But this go around, I have some great numerical connections, and they're concise, easy to read, and we should be feeling confident going into this week and moving forward with this investment. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Any money you invest in this stock or in the stock market in general is your risk and your money. D.A.T.A Productions has nothing to do with it. All right? This is just for education and entertainment purposes, and we'll keep it at that. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make money, and I'm trying to help others make money and live an abundant, financial, free life. So without further ado, let's get into it. I have Labor Smart up on the screen. So on Friday, it closed at 0.026. I know on my video on Monday, it closed at 0.24. Again, this is a penny stock, so that's not going to move the needle. That's not a big difference for us. Again, I'm a swing to long-term trader. I plan on holding this stock super long-term now, but I'm going to be scraping off profits along the way. So this is going to be a super long-term stock for me, but I'm going to pile in a lot of money, so I'm going to be able to scale out profits on the way up. And so that's just my strategy. You might have a different strategy, and we'll go from there. And so Again, that was the price. Hopefully next week we're going to be sitting in the threes. We had a lot. We had really good support in the twos last week, in the mid twos. So hopefully we can get some good support in the threes going on into next week. But again, this is a Gematria based channel with D.A.T.A. Research and stuff. So if you want more technicals and fundamentals, there's plenty of other actual legitimately financial stock channels out there. Um, I'm just a active investor, and I use Gematria in my average life. So it makes sense for me to do this video, but again, I'm not a financial guy, advisor. I don't use technicals and charts. I like using vibrations and numerical synchronicities. So let's get into it. Like I said, there was a major update on the 17th last week where Labor Smart Inc.'s Takeover Industries signs a MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, to form joint venture for H2 for Life. Like I said in my last video, they weren't able to disclose who they were working with just yet. There was talk that it was going to be H2 for Life in that place in Georgia, which it did turn out to be, so that's great. We were ahead of that, and that's good to know. So let's just read this a little bit. Labor Smart Inc., LTNC, a leader in providing on-demand blue-collar staffing primarily in southeastern United States, is transitioning into a diversified holding company. Today, it announced it has signed a memorandum of understanding and will create a joint venture with Face Strings LLC, or H2 for Life. They just switched their name for business purposes. So Faith Springs is H2 for Life. Through this joint venture, Labor Smart Inc., via its wholly owned subsidiary, Takeover Industries Inc., will secure a minority equity stake in Faith Springs LLC and will be granted exclusive rights to market, sell, and promote all hydrogen water products powered by H2 for Life technology via a 2-year contract. H2 for Life is the first and only ultra-concentrated hydrogen-rich spring water canned at the source and enhanced with proprietary technology, delivering the most powerful molecular and atomic hydrogen molecules that work at the cellular level to help rejuvenate the body cells while enhancing their functions. This is amazing. This is great. The scientist is D.A.T.A. He's the head of research and development of Faith Springs. Actually, I didn't do any research on D.A.T.A. Let's see what that pops up. D.A.T.A. Ooh! Oh, snap! All right, snap. Okay. That's good. Snap. All right. I gotta put that into the thing real quick. We'll get back. This is big. This is big. You see all this? We're gonna go over this later. You see all this though? Oh, this is big. This is big. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Back to it. That was a big find right there. Yeah, so D.A.T.A., head of research development, Face Springs, ranked one of the world's bravest thinkers by Atlantic Magazine. Excited about the partnership. He's been doing research to solve global issues since '94. Most of his work has been on climate change and hydrogen. Okay. All right. Faith Springs in Blue Ridge, Georgia, like we said. And a lot of people have had the base product, which is the H2 for Life original brand, the base product. They like it. They said it's really good. Joe keeps saying that, that's obviously not the LTNC product, but it is the base. It is going to be powered by this. So this is great news. This came out on the 17th, and this is going to be important when we get into the date synchronizations and stuff. So keep that in mind. Now, let's go into the interview with Joe Pavlik and Stan the Trading Man. I do have a couple timestamps. This is an hour-long video, hour-long interview. So make sure you do your own DD and watch the full interview yourself. I have some good timestamps we're going to go over, but it's not going to be the whole thing. And make sure you watch out for some of these words because it's going to get really crazy with some of these gematria connections. All right. So let's start. Let's start with the timestamps. This is big news. A lot of news came out, and again, this is a swing to long-term trade. It's not going to go up in a day, but this is an opportunity like GameStop to get in below $1 to make a lot of money. You could be a millionaire. This could be like Monster. Monster outperformed Amazon in the last 25 years. All right, the beverage company Monster. So yeah.
Hey guys, it's Stan the Traded Man. I hope everybody's doing good on this Friday night. Sorry that I had to bring you guys in on a Friday night, but sometimes it just works with
some meetings in Atlanta, obviously, and then I had to go to opening then. Obviously, you and Shar and,
in trade, be aware.
Yeah.
And, a video that has gone viral with over 11 million views of this young lady who, oh man, there goes Joe. Hang on one second, guys. Hold on, we'll get him. Hang on one second. You guys are going to love this one, guys. Guys, this is all stock talk. If you don't think that this crap affects the stock, you're losing your marbles, guys. This is stock talk. It is. It is, guys. Don't be stupid now. All right, listen. So National Women's Month, and they're talking about the inequalities over at the NCAA, which, by the way, is a client, for the SEC for LTNC, and what some of us investors did, and I want to tell everybody this because you guys are going to hear this for real, is I committed myself to donating 50 cases to the women's NCAA after seeing that video go viral.
PR.
I got matched up with Ryan, who was the former CEO. I got R, who found this ticker to begin with. I got matched up by Mr. Krabs, and then our Discord did it all. We got 250 cases. When you order pre, we are hoping that you can get your contacts over to NCAA women's side. Since they got like a little bit of weights and they have nothing else, we want to power them up with the goat juice, man. Are you down with that?
Goat juice.
Help us out. To get
goat juice. Remember that.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, I'll do 50 cases as well, and just give me whatever information we need so I could get that out to my network, because obviously it's certainly a great cause, and with this being Women's Month, it's I would say for everybody to be able to act for any of the nonsense that's occurred, this would be one positive thing that you could do to repent and do a.
Hey man, hold on. He's coming back, guys. He's got bad reception. Hold on.
Goat juice. He said goat juice. Remember that.
We're up to 300 or 1,000 or 1,000.
And that's
it's not about money. It's power up with the goat water. Power up NCAA. So since the NCAA isn't going to take care of the women playing basketball, we are going to take care of them, and we're going to power them up and make them stronger than the men's side. How's that sound, Jeff?
That's what has to be done, man. Let's do it.
All right, 300 cases so they can power up with the goat water.
Goat water.
And we're going to do this.
Goat water.
And it's not even for the name or anything like that. It's to put, it is the time for women to shine. And, that was ridiculous.
PR, dude. Great PR. This is great. We're going to be in the tournament, all right? This is going to be good this is going to be a good catalyst.
Your excitement, as I said in the first interview that we had, and as I've said all along, with any particular product or project, if you do not have a blockbuster product, something that is different
it's going to be blockbuster
and best in class, and you do not have the sustainability in terms of manufacturing to scale up to handle what we're looking at to be a potential explosion, to where we are going to need to be scaling up to be able to be shipping truckloads every month. I mean, you can't flip the switch and generate all this hype and excitement and then not have your back end. So, over the last, several months, and specifically since, the LTNC opportunity came about, the objective has been, taking all of these, relationships of, over 20 years, and from relationships in the beverage industry on the manufacturing side, with
this is going to be big,
with sales ambassadors, brokers, everything that's required to build a long-term sustainable business. We've had to shift as a unit. I'm sort of the conductor of the orchestra, making sure that every area, every division is moving. And I will tell you this much, and I've received some great compliments for our team over the last couple weeks, is that, people that are involved, they're just amazed at the speed at which we are moving in terms of getting everything done from, packaging. And the most significant was this week, the announcement that we put out with Faith Springs, because I have been personally using hydrogen water since about 2015. That's when I kind of, I heard about it, and I'm like, I really wasn't sure if it was really the thing to do. But, I'm a human performance guinea pig, and I'll try just about anything to see if it's going to help me perform better, feel better, recover faster, think better. And, I had tried different technologies, different labs that were making it. And so I'm a pretty good judge as to whether or not, a product is quality, whether it's got the proper parts per million of hydrogen.
Okay, we get that. Good product, but I want to go back to what he said, blockbuster. You got to pay attention to what he says. Again, I don't know if this is organic or not. I don't know if it's scripted, but you got to pay attention. We live in a world of numbers and letters and vibrations. This is big, yo.
Using their proprietary technology, correct? And you're going to have your mixture, you're going to have your name, and your product that's still coming out before Easter. Is that correct?
Before Easter.
That's correct, and I'll answer that in two parts. First and foremost, and this is really important because this will clarify a lot of confusion for those that understand it.
Thank you.
The H2 for Life technology, you want to look at that almost like Coca-Cola, right? So it would take us anywhere from 5 to 10 years to be able to develop the technology that they have. So, what do the big companies do? You go to try to find the diamond in the rough, right? So this company was really the diamond in the rough that just did everything right on the science and manufacturing side, but then needed what we could deliver. So as we move forward, we're using their base technology to then create more enhanced functional products for a number of different categories, whether it's gamer, focus, athletic performance, and some other really cool stuff, which I can't disclose right now. However, everything that we do is going to be unique, novel, innovative. It's going to be exclusive. No one in the world is going to have it because we have the technology now. I mean, H2 for Life is our tech. And, in the spirit of true partnership, their base product, which is their H2 for Life water, that's a great general product. I mean, for somebody that's just, looking to get a hydrogen water and they're not really under, excessive athletic stress and generating a lot of oxidative stress from heavy training, that's a great product. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that base that has already been established and proven,
the H2 for Life base,
and say, you know what, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to add, different complexes, different ingredients, different clinically tested compounds that have been proven in research to support a variety of structure function claims. And that is what is really going to make us different and position us as the world leaders in hydrogen water technology. So it was just, meant to be. And I'm really, really fortunate. They're a great group of people, great Southern, family-oriented individuals. And they're just like us. They just want to help people. They want to bring great products to market. And we're going to do it together. And it's going to be one heck of a ride. And we're going to make history.
Awesome, man. I love this. So let me ask you something. And just to circle back on this, are you still committed to getting it out to consumers before Easter? And a two-part series. How long do you anticipate it hit shelves of whoever you're working with to get it on shelves to consumers that way?
Yes, the date, obviously Easter I think is Sunday, April 4th. So our targeted date to take orders is going to be on Friday, April 2nd. I'm hoping to land before that. But we should be, that was the objective, was to be able to have products ready to ship prior to April 2nd. Now, obviously, there have been some people that are buying the base water, which essentially, both companies are becoming one. However, the product going direct to consumers will be done initially. And then in terms of answering your question, getting into stores, that is largely dependent on store chain, smaller store. I know there was a couple people that reached out on Twitter that had some family-owned stores, maybe it's 3 or 4 chain stores. There were some other multi-door.
Stand by, guys. You got disconnected again. We'll bring back here.
This is huge. This is big.
You guys gotta love my photo, though. seen that go.
We're gonna make some money, bro.
I love that. I know you do.
We're gonna make some money off this, man.
Bearish on me. All right, here we go. All right, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. No. So based on what type of store chain, if it's a 12 to 24 multi-door operator, we're talking about a large national chain. That's going to be dependent on how long it takes to get into the shelves. We will keep everybody posted on that as those relationships, are solidified. But meetings are set, contracts are getting ready to get inked, and those will be announcements that we will make as these events occur.
And are you will you give us updates on your pre-distribution sales to consumers?
Yeah, I think, I find it really interesting because, just seeing what's happened already in the first couple days and some of the surveys that has been done. I know Ryan took a survey to see, how many cases people would be purchasing. I know you put some stats out there.
Right.
So, yeah, I've been in the business.
That it's easier for the little guy to go through the failures and risk rewards of creating a business, creating a venture, and then it's cheaper at a later time for some of the big dogs to potentially, create an acquisition later to acquire a small company and get the technology with it and stuff like that. Is that a fair statement where the big dogs don't necessarily want to play with this fish and they want to see where it goes first?
We love a buyout.
Well, in any industry, and you'll see this, the larger players, the bigger conglomerates, they're looking for turnkey brands that have been established. The name is done, the artwork's done, trademarks are done, distribution is there, they have a unique technology because, the big guys just want to come in, they've got the money to throw at it, they can do an acquisition, and then they just flip the switch and they just put more money behind it, and they can push it harder within the already established distribution that the brand has. So, obviously our objective is to, leverage our long-term relationships to be able to build a world-class product, a best-in-class product, a premium product that's, good enough for the elite athletes all the way down to somebody that just wants to use what the world's best are using, have the doors, have the distribution, have the application, have the brand awareness, have the science, have the technology.
All right. Yo, this is what you call a DD, okay? This is big. This is big stuff. And like we're going to see with the Gematria, it's connecting. And I can't wait to show you guys the end of this video, what Joe says. It's going to be at the start of my video because it's important. And it goes exactly what I do on this channel with Gematria. But it's at the end of the interview when people really probably have, dozed off. They got the information they needed. But he says something very important that, look, man, we're going to make money. So keep watching with me. This is big.
Hey, Jeff. So like I was saying, they're ready on demand to meet the demand. Is that correct?
Yes, we're good.
Yes, and there's actually a couple other things that over the coming weeks we'll be able to make some announcements on that are very significant related to the technology and us collectively as a team with H2 for Life really being able to solidify ourselves as the leaders in the space. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the tech and who has the best product. There's knockoff products, there's little hydrogen products. They're
getting good here. I noticed something in the PR or something else. Can you talk about the gold stuff
yes.
That's water coming from the spring? Because I don't think people understand the significance of that. Can you explain that real quick on like why? Because people are like, oh, this is just water, blah, blah, blah. Can you explain why this particular spring is so massive? People don't listen to the small words. Small words are the biggest words that are going to make this thing, your business, skyrocket. Tell me about the gold platinum.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, you start natural spring water. Most bottled waters that you see, or even other hydrogen waters, they're using deionized water, reverse osmosis water, or distilled water. So we're actually using pristine natural spring water derived from the ground. From there, the hydrogen process is done. And then after that, what Danny has worked on over the last decade is identifying which colloidal minerals, which are almost a microscopic and a very high parts per million So it's a very minute quantity, but yet elicits a tremendous amount of health benefits. And so many of us have probably used like colloidal silver, right? Like when you get sick, people will take like emergency and colloidal silver to boost their immunity. So what Danny had uncovered over the last 5 years was that using colloidal gold and colloidal platinum, which are essentially non-ionic minerals, which do not develop into toxic levels in the body like many heavy metals do. These do not have that side effect. They're natural and safe. That particular combination of platinum and gold has been shown to help to boost immunity and help to boost overall wellness, which makes it the right combination for the average consumer looking just for health and wellness. So what we've worked on with Danny, and I've had numbers of conversations with him over the last couple of weeks, is additional colloidal mineral complexes specifically for the hard training athlete or someone who is exercising daily or putting their body under excessive or intense oxidative stress, which is generating free radicals. You're getting muscle tissue breakdown.
All right, you get it for that. So gold and platinum in the water, you get it, very healthy. He does talk about it a little bit. Yes, they're still with the Kansas City Royals and Chiefs. They're still doing their temp work agency part. What I've heard, what they're thinking about doing is using the revenue and profit from the labor part of the business to fund LTNC, the drink product, the hydrogen water. I guess with the temp agency, it's pretty. It has a good cash flow, so they're just going to funnel money into the beverage. So yes, they're still with the Royals. They still doing their temp. They're growing as a temp agency as well in the Chiefs. So let's get into the retired shares and going pink. This is important. They still have to get pink current. This is a OTC stock. So yeah, again, stick with me, man. This is good DD. If you want to be, again, I'm still a young investor. I don't know everything, but I know you have to take the time and due diligence to learn things, to hear. And if you know Gematria, if you know the code that runs the world, we could do some beautiful things on this channel, man. So keep with me. Keep with me. Also, I have a Discord. I'm going to have the Discord link at the below in the description and in the pinned comment. So join that. We're going to be talking stocks. I already have a stock Discord up. So we're going to be, doing that. And again, it's not all about Gematria. If you have a different stock that you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. I'll discuss it. It might not get a video. It probably won't. I'm only doing LTNC videos because I'm personally invested in it. But yeah, I'll talk about it. I'm always down for dialogue. Let's get into the retired shares. This is good stuff, man. Like, if you want to do your DD, if you want to make money, man, you'll put the time in to figure this stuff out. That's why I'm here to help you guys out with it.
Joe, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. You got some bad reception or whatever, but no big deal. You guys have retired 500 million shares. We're waiting for a tweet to update us. You will update us once the certificate comes back. And also, would you guys consider retiring more shares in the future?
I think it's very possible, depending on how the stock is valued based on future performance of the company. So I wouldn't write anything off at this point.
I'm still a little. I don't know everything about the retired shares. All I know is if they retire shares, I think that means there's less shares available, which would just push up the price up naturally because of supply and demand. I could be wrong. Please look that up and let me know in the comment section. I'm not, the end all be all with research. I'm a young investor still, so figure out what the retired shares are and get back to me. But I think it's a pretty good thing, supply and demand type thing. So
awesome. And going pink, a lot of people.
It's big.
I don't know, man. I have enough shares where I don't even care about it because I know it's coming. I don't know if you noticed, but this week investors started to notice that a D.A.T.A has finally been assigned to the ticker. Seems like we're getting closer. Are you in touch with Ryan, who has been tasked per one of the last press releases to get pink current? Two-part series here. Are we still on pace to get pink status? And number two, is there anything holding us back other than waiting to hear from OTCmarkets.com?
No, that's top priority. Application has been submitted, as Ryan has reported, waiting to hear back. And the most important thing is, we're efficient in any filings. We're currently not a filing company. We actually have till November, but, we've got everything. The application has been submitted already. So we're at there right now, just waiting to hear back.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, and there's nothing that you're aware of. Am I correct that basically it's just waiting for permission to upload financials, and then from there we get a yield sign? Maybe you're aware, maybe you're not aware, and then from there we get the attorney letter. At that point, we become pink. That's the status that I understand. Is that fair to say, based on maybe what you understand as well?
Yeah, fair to say. Right now, it could happen any day. We're at their mercy.
Okay, dude, Stan's a good interviewer. He asks the questions that people want to know about, all right? So I think, we know the Gematria numbers, and, again, there's the world we live in, man, positive, negative, man. Like, don't get caught up, again, if you don't like Brady, whatever, we're trying to help build people. If I can make money off this and help other people make money, that just helps my channel, that helps awaken people even more. So again, don't get caught up in too much of the symbolism. Know it's there, and that's why we're using it. Know it's there, but don't let it steal your energy or what your fears or whatever like that. All right, how it all lines up. Okay, this is a ritual, but let's make money off the ritual. Okay, mixing goats.
I'm back here.
Hey Joe, can you tell me something? Something I heard in your thing. The mix. It's been utilized by some athletes already. Is that correct?
Well, hydrogen water has been sort of a cult secret by many of the world's best.
Remember that.
The world's best teams.
Cult secret.
And
Remember
even
that.
some of the top trainers that have worked with many of the world's best athletes. So, and these individuals that essentially are the gurus for the athletes have tremendous influence. As I do myself with the people I work with, and as many of our other affiliates that work with many of the world's best. So,
okay, he said cult secrets. All right, that's another thing. Keep that in mind. He's giving gems, man. He's just giving gems. Again, it could be all organic. Again, we live in a scripted reality to begin with, but.
And I want to keep this healthy. So most of the drinks out there, if you take a look at something like aspartame or acusulfame potassium or sucralose, those are synthetic sweeteners, which I want to keep out of. And these are healthy drinks, and they're also providing prevention. So it's sort of where performance meets prevention in terms of finally healthy beverages that are not going to impair health.
And,
athletes
is a big thing for a lot. It's funny. Pink is a big thing for some people. The athletes, the drink, everyone's got their own priorities. But a lot of people want to talk about the athletes. We're going to give it one more punch here. Just tell me this. Just tell me this, okay? Are there some big-name athletes that you're talking to and or that are coming to endorse in the future? And number two, and this is on the record, people can replay this, are you bullshit about it?
No, if you trace back the history, everything we're doing is real, and we have so many people, so many great athletes that want to get involved. It's just determining the alignment, because some of these individuals may want us to do a product for them, for their brand. Some may want to endorse our brand. So we're not shutting out any particular opportunity to work with the world's best athletes. So for instance,
So even though I do think Brady has a high probability by the numbers to endorse LTNC, there are some good opinions out there saying that he might just want to use the hydrogen water from LTNC, but under the TB12 brand, which that could happen as well. Something they keep an eye on. Again, regardless of whoever the endorser is, I think this is a good product and a company that's going to grow in price over time. But if it is Brady, it's going to explode like crazy. We're going to the moon. So, and that's what the numbers say. So hopefully, it pans out like that. I would love to be right about Brady endorsing it. I would love to be right.
You have an individual that might be, I saw somebody, put a famous boxer up there. Here's a guy that, he might say, hey, you know what? I want a particular water that you guys can develop for me that I can sell, through my network of channels. And so once we get our product up and running, We are going to have a number of athletes endorsing that, and then we are not going to be shut out to exploring any opportunity that makes sense with the world's vets. Because at the end of the day, if you are any athlete, whether you're a professional or an amateur at the high school level or the pro level, you're going to be drinking hydrogen water. I mean, once this gets out there, it's just like you're going to have to do it. If the competition's doing it, if the best people are doing it, you're going to do it. So that's why it was so important that we had this partnership with the best science, because at the end of the day, you're going to want to use the best product. I mean, I know, for instance, even from top supermodels use only certain cosmetics. They use, they want to use the cream of the crop. And so that's where, when we move forward over the next couple weeks, and the products get released and move out, all of this is going to happen in the way that it should, in terms of, product announcements, product release, education, and then we're going to tell the story about the athletes coming on board. So think of it as we're watching a movie here, and we're in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and you're wanting to fast forward to the middle, and I don't want to let out the secret to the end or the middle,
Well, I'm one of your biggest cheerleaders out here, and I'm taking a lot of heat for it.
Watching a movie.
It's when you're on stage performing for 4 hours a night, a couple nights a week, you got to be in shape. And so these guys take their mind-body connection is what it's all about. So it's going to be you're going to have a wide variety of people you're going to be able to talk.
Let me see, mind-body connection. Nothing that time, but worth a try. Nothing that time that I see offhand.
Talk to, and it's going to be really a whole process of discovery in terms of learning how many people actually take their nutrition seriously and are going to be, powered up by our water.
Man, I'm so excited, and I want to tell you, so we're pre-order. Target date is April 2nd. We're going to get your brand. It's not H2 for life, or H2, H2 for life. It is going to be your brand, your mix, and I'm going to reconfirm something else. But before I do that, I want to say something real quick. People don't understand. You didn't just make this mix, the last 2 weeks. I mean, you've been working on this drink for years. You've been working on this opportunity for years. I met you 3 weeks ago. Like, that's the first time I ever met you. Thank you for being in my life and others' life.
Dude, if that's truly real, if he's never met him, never knew about him until 3 weeks ago, these numbers are all the more crazy. Again, higher power, everything. If that's true, crazy.
You're a great guy, man. I mean, I could just tell that, you really care about the well-being of everyone. He's following you, a great follow. But you could tell me that you've been working on this for a while. This is just an opportunity you took.
And I noticed the effects. That was right then and there. I talked to my guys that, we've been working together for a long time and said, man, we got to do a hydrogen water. But the problem was we were having a hard time finding the right product. And we're like, we're not going to take a product to market unless it's something that's really good. And so that's where it was just the stars were aligned. I mean, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in destiny. And I know, Ryan was praying hard about this, and I'm not a holy roller, and I'm not trying to, get, biblical on people, but when you think about Faith Springs and the name of that parent company, and you think about people that are involved, and even doing more research as we've done over the last couple of years, you hear about like the healing springs in certain parts of the world that actually have naturally elevated levels of hydrogen in the water. Like in France, for instance, there's very high magnesium content in the soil, which they have springs there that generate very high levels of hydrogen in the water, which is nothing compared to the levels that we're able to do synthetically with the technology. But that was where you heard rumors about people going to the healing springs and drinking the water and then curing themselves of these diseases. So, I'm not making any ridiculous claims. This is stuff that people have said for hundreds and thousands of years. And so now it's kind of making sense when you're looking and saying, wow, so, this, like, to me, this is not about the money. This is about, number one, helping and healing a lot of people. And then secondarily, if we can create a profitable opportunity for people that are involved, for the co-owners and the shareholders, and be able to do an affiliate program so people can promote a product they believe in that's actually going to help their family and their friends and improve their performance. I mean, it's just a win all the way around. And
bro, remember what he just said about he doesn't believe in coincidences, destiny, research, faith springs, biblical. It all connects. And so when I say, you know, I don't know these people. They might not know about this, but all I know is I have the code and I'm using it for this and I can see it. So if I can see it, some other person with higher knowledge, higher power can see it as well. All right. I don't know where it stops, where it begins, but I see it myself, so I know it's out there and somebody else knows it, especially if my community knows it. So this is big. All right. One last thing, and we're finishing up before we get to Gematria.
Let me ask you one thing. Do you know yet if your water is good on Mars? Because we're going to be there before Elon. Do you know if we could drink this on Mars?
I can't answer that right now, but I'll try to get the answer for you. I'll ask Danny. Danny will tell me yes or no. I don't want to answer that one.
All right, we're going to the moon, yo. We're going to Mars, going to moon. All right, so that was the Stan the Training Man, Joe Pavlik, interview number 2 on LTNC. Big. Go watch the full interview yourself. It's an hour long. I did a pretty good job of giving you the key moments. But now let's get into the Gematria connections and let's wrap this up and let's get ready for Monday with Market Open and see what we can do this upcoming week. All right, so this is where stuff gets crazy. Again, you're going to have to refer back to my first video for all the different players involved. But yeah, dude, this is big. These Gematria numbers are huge. So again, Takeover Industries LTNC, Labor Smart Incorporated equals 139 in the reverse reduction cipher. That's a connection. Ryan Shadle, the former owner of Labor Smart, who sold the company to Joe Pavlik in Takeover, is 47. Tampa Bay is 47. Takeover is 47. This is in reduction. This is in reverse reduction. If you remember in my first video, I showed how they did a little announcement at the H2 for Life facility, and he had a Tampa Bay Buccaneers mask on. It had the logo on there, Joe Pavlik. So obviously that's a giveaway. The news came out for Labor Smart and the acquisition on March 17th. So March 17th, 2021 to April 2nd, which is his target date to make sure things are going to be shipped out direct to consumer. That's the target date. And when you include the end date, that's 17 days. And so let's start looking. Remember, that's 17 days. So let's start looking at the date numerology for March 17, 2021. It has numerology of 25. And for April 2nd, 2021, it has date numerology of 47, which is going to be big. And so this connects to who I think is going to be the biggest endorser. TB12, again. So March 17th, 25 date numerology, TB12, 25 in the English ordinal. My bad. And then TB12 equals 17 in reverse reduction. And this date, 17 days. So another connection right there. Oh, and a 47 date numerology with the 47s up here. Cool. Let's keep going. TB12, 35 in reverse ordinal. Tom Brady, LTNC water equals 35 in the reduction cipher. Joe Pavlik and Goat Water. Remember what Stan the Trading Man was saying, Goat Water. Joe Pavlik and Goat Water equal 38 and 52 in both the regular reduction and reverse reduction cipher. 2 major connections right there. So that's big. Hydro Water and H2 for Life, when you spell out 2, is 52 in reverse reduction. That's another big one. Blue Ridge equals, which is the where they're located in Georgia. Blue Ridge equals 52 in reverse reduction. And we'll get into the 38. So you see natural spring water LTNC equals 308. And zeros are just value placeholders. So 308 is just 38. 0 is a 0 value, no value. So 38, 38, 38. The mirror of 38 is 83, Blue Ridge. So that's a connection right there. Now, these are some of the big ones. Like this is what has me salivating at night. So Honestly, truly, because this, you kind of saw it with GameStop. So, and 56 is a huge number, especially in today's world. As you see with the CV illness, it equals 56, and we're still kind of in the, that era. So that's big. But hydro water equals 56. Healthy water 56. Stan Trading Man equals 56. Before Easter equals 56. LTNC family, which they keep saying on Twitter. Again, do your research, your due diligence. You'll see these terms everywhere. LTNC family equals 56. Short squeeze equals 56. April equals 56 in ordinal. H2 for life equals 137. Hydro water equals 137 in English ordinal. 137 is the 33rd prime. 33, synonymous with masonry. My last name, Turner, is 33. Tampa Bay is 137 in reverse ordinal. Natural spring water, LTNC, 137 in reverse reduction, with LTNC endorsed by Thomas Brady equals 137. You see that? So natural spring water, LTNC, and LTNC endorsed by Thomas Brady, his full name is 137 in the reverse reduction. You see these? This is big. This is big. This is big. Gold and platinum hydrogen water, 137 reduction. It's 430 in reverse ordinal. Remember, 430 is just 43 with the 0. GOAT equals 43. LTNC family equals 43 in reduction. April 4th equals 43 in reduction. Big. Powered by H2 equals 43 in reverse reduction. Buccaneers, goat juice, 37 in reduction. Takeover Industries LTNC water, 171 in reverse reduction. Thomas Brady, 171 in reverse ordinal. You see the connections. And remember these numbers. They keep popping up. Brady endorsement, Brady LTNC drink, Faith Springs LLC equal 88 in the reverse reduction cipher. Drinking goat water equals 88 in the reduction cipher. April 4th equals 88 in the ordinal cipher. Then look, greatest of all time, endorsed by Brady, Stan the Trading Man equals 71 in reduction. H2 for life equals 65. Brady LTNC drink equals 65. Takeover Joe equals 46 in reduction. Tom Brady equals 46 in reverse reduction. H2 could be seen as 1-2, Brady's jersey number. Hydrogen is the first element in that 2, so 1 and 2, Brady's jersey number. Thomas Edward Brady in hydrogen water equals 73 in reduction. Tampa Bay Buccaneers equals 62 in reduction. Hydrogen water equals 62 in reverse reduction. Thomas Edward Brady equals 181 in ordinal, and April 2nd equals 181 in reverse ordinal. Thomas Brady equals 126 in ordinal. LTNC stock equals 126 in reverse ordinal. LTNC stock equals 54 in reverse reduction. This is a big one. LTNC hydrogen water endorsed by Thomas Edward Brady equals 504 in English ordinal. Again, 54. So for that to match, that's, almost numerically impossible. It is possible, but, the odds of that happening are very slim. And so that's why I know these connections are pretty solid. April 2nd, 53 in reduction. Goat juice, 53 in reverse reduction. Health and wealth equals 74 in reverse reduction, which is 74 is the reverse of 47, the mirror of 47. They're thinking about getting into Kroger. Kroger equals 74 in ordinal, 38 in reduction, 88 in ordinal, and 34 in reverse reduction. All the numbers that are a part of this stock. All the numbers. Kroger. Okay. Look, 7-Eleven, 47 and 52. Again, another big connection. They were talking about how Kroger and 7-Eleven are on the table for distribution. All the numbers are there. Remember when he said Colt Secrets equals 37 in reduction and 71 in reverse reduction? He said that. Movie equals 71 in reverse ordinal. Danny Day equals 88 in ordinal, 34 in reduction, and 38 in reverse reduction. 3 of those 4 through those four numbers are connected with the stock. He's the creator of this formula. All right. And then blockbuster equals 38 in reduction. You saw the 38s. You saw the 34s, the 43s, the 71s. It's all there. All right. And I'm going to keep building on top of the numerical connections as we continue to move forward with the stock. Again, swing the long-term trade. Hopefully we get a nice jump before Easter, like it's saying with the 56, which is huge, yo. I swear, like this right here is huge. This right here is huge. I think that's big. That's big. So we'll see what happens before Easter and see if we can get a nice little short squeeze or something like that. Because Stan's been talking about it. But, that's the video today, guys. I know it was a longer video, but I needed to get this out. It needed to be, a wealth of knowledge. Hopefully you guys got some good DD off this. Remember, do your own research. I am not your financial advisor, but we can use Gematria to try to swindle the system and, beat the matrix to make some more money. And, I'm going to try to, continue to help people with that. So if you like this video and you like what I'm doing, make sure you like the video, you subscribe to my channel, think about signing up to my Patreon, maybe think about donating after you get some money off this. Join my Discord. We're talking stocks in there. And I have, I drop documentaries weekly as well. So I have a nice documentary mini doc that's gonna be coming out on Monday. I try to do Mondays early in the week, Monday or Tuesdays for my docs, my Gematria docs. So be on the lookout for tomorrow's. That's gonna be pretty cool. Like I said, March 21st, Sunday, 2021. The stock price is at 0.026 going into the week, so we'll see what it does. But that's it. My name's Art. D.A.T.A Productions. Dreams are tangible aspirations. Make sure you watch my GameStop video. Make sure you watch the first LTNC video. And make sure you watch all my rest videos so you can get a grander knowledge on what Gematria can do for our lives. Okay? Go check out Zachary K. Hubbard's channels, Gematria Effect Sports, Gematria Effect News. Use Gematrianator. Go on Twitter. Check out Takeover Joe. Check out Stan the Trading Man. Check out Ryan Shadell for your research. You got to be up on these guys if you want to make money off this stock. You got to know what they're doing. All right. So that's it. Dreams are tangible aspirations, and I'll be giving updates on the stock where I seem fit. It was a big update week, so I gave you guys a video. All right. Deuces, guys. You have a good one.